And then it's our turn actually, and we have to make a tough decision right now. Because of we have not won, I mean that's clear. We are moving now our final meeple to one of those spaces. I think I get to choose in this case which fort to place to right. Let me check that. And the rules are not really specific in this case, so I guess it's allowed. Let's do that. So I think I will move those guys over because there is a risk that we will lose this fort, no, a high risk actually. And then only 2 of those meeples will come back instead of 3. So this might help us, but I'm not really too sure about that. And now I really have to make a tough call. I think attacking right now might not be our best bet, and drawing cards either. So we can now either go for a very stubborn move and say, let's build the watchtower here, because we can build it to the steep wall stronghold. We will get 3 coins, which is great, so we'll move up to 10 victory points. We will not use the stone, which is also okay. But on the other hand, we could also say we are building this cannon smith now pretty much to our starting fort, and then we would be allowed to repair that. The thing is, because of his gunpowder house, he's very likely to do some serious damage, unless he's really rolling 3 gray, 3 whites or so. But if he's rolling 1 black, he will definitely take it out. Now 1 black is not enough actually, so maybe that's now really the better deal. So I guess we will, yeah, let's gamble. I really like this gambling in this case. So we are going for the cannon smith, and we are placing the cannon smith next to our starting fort here. We are moving 1 meeple over here again. If this is destroyed, they all come back anyway. And in this case, we get 1 black stone from the supply, and we will place it next to the other stone. Again, those are only the starting spaces. We can still use those later on. They are simply considered to be now empty when placing those cubes. So we have made it stronger to some extent. We will get a victory point. That's at least something as well. So we are at 8. I think he's also at 8. But that's pretty much our turn. So we know he's moving someone up here, even though if he could build now something, he wouldn't do that, because he knows if he doesn't do anything against us, he's going to lose. And that's why he's totally attacking us. And again, he will now definitely go for the fort with the fused stones. And this is pretty much make or break. I mean, I'm not losing automatically, don't get me wrong, but if I'm now surviving this attack for whatever reason, I would win with my very next. And turn would be over, game would be over, and I would have survived this or won this without a single fight, which is kind of lame. But yeah, let's roll these dice first. Okay, that's bad. That's truly bad. And I think there's really nothing we can do. Of course, he says whenever an opponent attacks this fort and rerolls, okay, he's not attacking this fort. He was not able to get rid of those stones. That's the good news. The problem is he rolled those 2 leadership symbols, and all leadership boards come with this special ability, and this is what he's going to do: destroy an opponent's ship. So that's pretty terrible. This ship is no more. We are moving those meeples back, so we have no longer won this game. This card is pretty much, I don't know, discarded. Let's put it over here. Could come back. And then we are still dealing with his first wave attack. The first wave attack doesn't help him in any way. He still gets that extra, what is it? I don't know, this blast symbol here, which means he's going for a stone from here. Okay, that was actually terrible. Of course, again, I gambled and I lost. If this would have shown this one here, for example, instead of this, and maybe this would be the gray one here, we would have won the game, because he wouldn't trigger this. He couldn't do anything with that, and he would still destroy 1 stone, but that's then that. So I was close, but definitely not close enough. Okay, then it's back to us. And now I have no clue what to do. So we are moving 1 more dude up there. And that's at least something. We are not going to build, or we cannot build anything in here. We could now decide to attack, because he's also about to win now for the next round. I think if we're not doing anything in 2 rounds, he would win the game for sure. So I guess we have to start making some damage actually. But now things are looking pretty grim actually. because I will not survive a second attack. Okay, he will go for a ship actually, unless I'm winning. But this is also not great. But yeah, I have to do something. I think this is the fort where I have a chance at least. And I get 2 extra black results actually. So I think, yeah, let's do that. So we are attacking the outlying station here. It doesn't have any buildings next to it, but that's still okay. We are rolling also the 4 dice because we have unlocked the special ability from the middle row. And we get at least 2 rerolls actually, right? Yeah, we don't have the ship with us anymore. But we still... Oh no, that other one is a gray result actually. We only have 1 black result here. But let's see about that. And yes, of course, that was terrible. I guess I will hold on to this. And maybe I also want to hold on to this. So we are getting 1 reroll here. And we get to choose what we are about to reroll. We need black dice. Okay, that's also not terrible. We get a second reroll because of the special ability. And I think we will hold on to those. And in theory, we only need 1 more of those symbols. Then we would have basically won this battle. And yes, bam, this is amazing. Okay, the first wave attack didn't do anything because, yeah, we don't have any gray stones here. But then we can choose to go for the second wave ability. Yes, we have the cannon smith, which would give us an extra black die, but black die, 1 black die doesn't help us right now. We need 2. Or a white one, but we also didn't have a white one. So in this case, we are simply going for the second wave attack. We will not go for the reinforce, which would only give us a gray stone after all. But with 3 of those results, we can take out 3 of those stones. And for this second wave attack, for these blast symbols here, there are no adjacency rules, connected rules, protected rules, how you name it. I didn't even show you what protected stone actually means in this case. But this was now really quite important. Those guys go back to the ghost captain and the outlying station is no more. Okay, I think that was rather important. We didn't get anything from that, so that's kind of a bummer. So we didn't get any extra stones or whatnot. But in this case, I still think that was absolutely necessary. Okay, he didn't win, so we are moving 1 more dude up here. He's going to build now the scepter because he can do so. He only needs 3 of those meeples and therefore he will simply score, oops, that's 10, 5 more coins. So he's now at 13 already, which is something whenever you attack, you may make a second wave attack, even if you have gained reinforcement. That's pretty... Wow, are you kidding me? Guys, that's terrible. And I'm pretty sure this is an ability he's going to use. Wow, that scepter is... That's tough. That's a really tough ship. Okay, and then it's again back to us. We have gained some peace. So we are moving 1 dude up here. We didn't win. We still have 1 here. And now I'm really tempted to build the watchtower right next to this one. Again, it would make this fort stronger and would also give us the potential opportunity to win this game actually. When build, destroy an opponent's ship, your opponents cannot build ship, and I mean that's really amazing. So we are totally building the watchtower here. We are taking 3 more coins for that, so we are now at 11, right? Let's make it 10 here and then 11. That's definitely great. When build, destroy an opponent's ships, and the opponent can no longer build ships. Of course, if this ship goes down, or this fort goes down, also goes down. We are getting 1 black cube, so we are reinforcing this fort here, at least for what it's worth. And guess what? We are totally removing the scepter here. I think that was truly important. Okay, he's basically down to 5 meeples back in this in his supply. But then it's also his turn. So again, we are moving 1 dude up there. And because he's not able to build anything, he's going to attack us again. That's definitely also kind of a bummer. So he's really forcing our hands here. So let's see. We are doing this again. He will go for this with the fewest stones. Then he's rolling the bones. And yeah, the scepter is no more. And yeah, let's simply roll. Let's not forget. Okay, he didn't roll the 2 black dice he needed. So that's definitely something. Though he's not going, because those stones are now connected in his first wave attack, he's not able to destroy these. The problem now is he has this. He's going for a second wave attack. He gets one from his gunpowder house, which means that's 2 stones that have been dealt with. Also means those dudes go all back to our Imperial board, and here everything has been destroyed. That's terrible. And yeah, I guess now doesn't really help us to... I think we simply have to draw cards now, actually. Of course, I could now also simply attack, but then we're attacking back and forth and nothing is going to happen. That's kind of a stalling in this game, which I also observed. It's either you win relatively soon, or then it's also slowing things down significantly. You're basically back to square zero. Of course, you still have your coins, obviously, but that's then boring. So I think I will simply draw 3 cards for my turn, because I cannot move any more meeples up there. So we are drawing 3 more cards. Here's another 4, the Lighthouse Outpost, the Stockpile Rampart, and the Secluded Fortress. Again, I have to give one of those to our opponent. Whenever one of your ship is destroyed, return it to your hand. Oh, that's nice, actually. When destroyed, the attacker may take 1 stone from your personal supply. Whenever the opponent attacks, they cannot use their building's abilities. Oh, that's amazing. I think we will give the Stockpile Rampart to the Ghost Captain, and we will go for those. Again, right now I'm not 100% sure if I will build one of those, but I have to start doing something. Then it's the Ghost Captain. He will move his dude up there, but apart from that, he's not able to build again, because the rules are now a little bit narrow. But on the other hand, again, let's say if he would build those forts, we would simply go and most likely destroy those. And it's really an endless back and forth, and I totally get that. The thing is, he doesn't get the proper cards now, so maybe, not sure in this case. But that was not really his turn, of course. He's still going to attack us. But of course, yeah, he's now going for the Steep Walled Stronghold. So that could be now rather lame. So he's now really fighting us like crazy. And then, yeah, we have to build then forts. I think at this point in time, I'm not sure if we will ever be able to come back. Okay, yeah. Again, he has 2 of those. And he will go for a color. And I think in this case, again, we will go for the leftmost color. So he will announce this as his attack color. And it's not connected, so he's removing that stone. That much is clear. Then for the second wave attack, because he will do a second wave attack, because he has this gunpowder house, which is really bad, actually. He will destroy 2 more stones, and I think in this case he will simply again go for the leftmost stone spaces here. I might really be completely wrong here. Maybe he would do the color check, but again, the way I understand those rules, he's going from top to the bottom, and that's pretty much that. So this fort is also gone, and I think if we really lose this fort, then there is no real point for me continue to play, actually. Of course, I think I need to attack now something just to get some more stones, but yeah, that's really not great. I cannot strengthen my fort here. I don't even get the 4th die now, because this row is no longer available. So I would only roll 3 dice now, which also make things not easier. So I think at this point in time we can safely say we may have lost the game. Yeah, it could be now an endless back and forth. Of course I will see now, but I know he's going to attack our fort now. And he's never going to get extra stones, which also means he's never going to build extra forts. So I think here maybe the AI seems not really broken, but I think we need an exit routine here, because I truly think at some point in time he might be better off drawing some or building some forts here just to get the meeples out, for example. If he would have really built those forts out every single round now, instead of attacking me in this case, he would have been able to place 2 more dudes out. So here I'm really only following the rules as written. The Ghost Captain will only build a fort if he has enough stones to fill in all of its non-flag spaces. So he doesn't have any stones. The problem now is he's not getting any extra stones because it says the Ghost Captain will always choose a second wave attack if the symbols are present and there are cubes left to be destroyed. Otherwise he will take reinforcement. So yes, in theory, if he rolls a black color, then maybe he will go for a second wave and then he will make his fort stronger. So maybe, okay, maybe it's not over yet. Okay, maybe I'm jumping the gun, but I'm relatively sure that I right now don't really have a lot of choices anymore. So again, there is really nothing I can do in respect to moving meeples up there. There are also, I don't have the ship with me. I could now go for another fort, but I can still build this fort. Even if I would lose my final fort here, it wouldn't change a thing actually. So I can always do that. So I guess in this case, I'm either again drawing more cards, hoping I get some more fancy stuff, or I'm really going to attack just to get some extra stones to get me back on track. And I think that's what I need to do. So I'm taking my ship and we are going to attack his starting fort now. So again, I'm only rolling those 3 dice. I still get a gray extra result from my armory. I think that's the gray one. Yeah, it is. So I think, yeah, let's simply roll that. I still have 2 rerolls. Okay, we get 1 reroll for free and 1 from our Imperial board. And I think that was pretty crap, actually. I think I will reroll them all. Yeah, in theory, I could hope for a second leadership, then I would destroy his ship, but this wouldn't give me any real stones. In this case, I would gain, let's say if I stop here, I would still, no, I don't get any stones because my first wave attack, I would have to announce this color here. No, I will re-roll those all. Okay, that's, I guess, not bad. So I may want to stick to this because I get 1 gray for free from my armory and I still have another reroll. So let's roll that too. Ah, you must be kidding me. That's so terrible. That's the worst result I could have rolled. Yeah, those 2 stones are gone. Hooray. But that's truly, truly nothing. If this would have been a black and a white or 2 white, I would now, instead of going for the secondary attack or for the second wave, I would go for reinforce and I would get a black and a white stone, and it's not going to happen. Oh, dice hate me, truly. Okay, that's the fun of this game, actually. And then, yeah, we are moving back to the Ghost Captain, and he will also simply attack us. Let's simply move this dude up here. Then we are rolling 4 dice now. He's still rolling 4 dice, and keep in mind there's only 1 black cube left. And he didn't roll the black cube. Oh gosh, this will be an endless one. Okay, he's basically going for the second wave attack, which means for the second wave he gets it from the gunpowder house. This black stone is no more, which means those dudes all move back. That's terrible. So I have no buildings or forts out whatsoever. He can still attack, but now when he attacks he will simply go for, I think, the reinforcement as of the next round. The thing is, what am I going to do? Because with this there's really not a lot to achieve. Again, I could still try to attack, and I think that's what I need to do just to get some stones back. I think I have to do that. It's now really an endless back and forth between the Ghost Captain and myself. So it's relatively obvious we are both most likely not going to win through the colonist victory, but maybe through the coins. He has 13, I have 11, but right now I have no possibility to get more stones out. So we are going for the attack for sure. And okay, so we get a gray stone. So we want to have the black. That much is clear. We also want to get rid of the white stone. On the other hand, I could now really say, let's not do that. Let's simply hold on to that, for example, because I could still say I want just the reinforcements here. So I guess we are re-rolling. We have still 1 re-roll, the 1 free re-roll, and that's not bad actually. That's now really, I have to name 1 color now for the extra attack. And honestly, I think I want to get rid of the black one here. So that has been taken care of. And now I could go for the second wave attack to attack this one here. Problem now is And I still have, no, I don't have the armory with me anymore. Right, no, because this would give us an extra color. We would have gained some more stones. Yeah, that's so bad. So I'm not using the second wave attack. I will go for the reinforcement, which means in this case I will simply take a white stone and put it into my supply. Yeah, that's that. And then it's him. Of course, he will do the same thing. He will attack, but right now he cannot attack me because I have no forts out there. So he's going for an open waters attack, which means only the leadership and the reinforcement step apply. So he's more or less looting some merchants out there, letter of marque, you name it. So let's roll those dice, and that's pretty much what he gets. He's not using those symbols. He will get this and this because he didn't assign any of those. You can only do this open water attacks, by the way, if there aren't any other forts. You cannot simply stall and simply go out to sea and loot like crazy. But now he has enough stones actually to build some more powerful forts. But again, I will now also most likely go after him too. The thing is, he's now in a good position. He has some actual stones, and that's the piece I nearly forgot actually, because when he's building those extra cubes out there, he will collect victory points for that. So maybe it's not that simple, and he's in the lead right now. I think he's definitely going to win. So maybe I should even consider to call it a defeat or so. But let's keep going for 1 or 2 more rounds just to see how things go. But if I really see that we are now going back and forth, then I will really accept the fact that because he has all those forts, he will continue collecting stones like crazy. I could do the same thing, but I guess he's now really in a much better shape simply because he's in the lead and he will be able to build all those forts. I will always have to sooner or later take more cards, for example. So in this case, I'm relatively certain that he will win this game. But okay, we are not moving any meeples. We can simply move into the attack. I'm rolling my 3 dice. And in theory, I only need a white and then some colors actually. That would be amazing. Okay, that's the white we need. So I think I will hold on to this. I will hold on to this. I will re-roll this one. Maybe it's a gray or another black die. And no, it's not. It's basically this. But I'm not worrying about this. So we are going for this. So this is no more. This has been dealt with. All of those things also go back. But I was already thinking about this, that's not going to happen. We are not going to win through the colonist victory. I still have the black color, which gives me a black stone into my supply. So I'm now at 2, which is kind of okay. The thing is, he's at a 3. And I guess he might now be really in a shape, or rather good shape, to build some forts. So he has 3 stones. He will be able to build the leftmost fort here, the harbor bastion. Again, we are going from left to right, and I think he's going to do that right now. So we are building this. He will get a white stone from the supply, and then we are starting from left to right. So we are starting with this space here, and this space says colors pink, black, white. Okay, so this will be a white stone. Then we are having this. This will be a gray stone, and this will be a gray stone. A normal player would have placed this here, but I think nowhere in the rule it says that he's always going to place those next to each other. You start from left to right, and then you basically go for the color section. Then gray is always the last stone. So we're going from this space, then we're going this space. So I think in this case I'm okay. Anyway, because he was placing 3 stones from his supply, he will also collect 3 more coins. I will give 2 back, so he's now at 16. So I really truly think there is no point. There is really no point for me continuing to play. Because again, let's say I build something. Yes, he will go after it. He will, but we are going back and forth maybe again a little bit. But yeah, maybe if I get the Dominica out. Okay, there is still... it's tempting. It's really tempting. Maybe I shouldn't be. That's the problem when you don't know the games too well. So I think because you're not losing this money. This is really the one piece that sticks with you. I think there's really nothing. Maybe there are some Yeah, here for example. I think, no, there are some forts which make you lose actual points or so. But apart from that, this is typically what sticks around. So wow. Yeah, it's basically back to us, and I have to make the call if I do want to build this now or not. Because the thing is, if I build it now, he will attack it and tear it down. So I believe I will never be able to get to 4 actually. On the other hand, I could go for 2 forts instead. But also 2 forts doesn't help me necessarily. Ah, that's so tough. But there is a chance with his lighthouse outpost. Let's do that. Let's build the lighthouse outpost. Maybe just to show you how protected stones work. I get 1 stone from the supply for free. I will take 1 white stone next to this. So those are now connected, and now we have protected stones. So before he's now able to take out this black stone, he needs to destroy the white stone in front here. And again, the white stone can only be done with 2 white results, unless he's rolling the second wave attack. But right now he lost his gunpowder house, so he's no longer going for an automatic secondary attack. Maybe that was already bad luck, that he was not using or getting more stones. Maybe this was kind of in a disadvantage for him actually, but that's okay. So we are taking 2 more coins, and then we are at 13 points, and then it's back to the ghost player, and we know he's going to attack us because he will not build forts, but that's still okay. No, one thing I shouldn't forget now, he's of course moving a meeple up there, and this one says at the start of the colonize phase, score 1 point if this fort has 4 colonists. So that's pretty powerful, though also for me something to consider taking it away. On the other hand, I don't know, I really don't know. Then let's finally roll some dice. Again, those stones are pretty protected now. And yeah, that's exactly the thing. So he's not going, it's the same thing now. He cannot do any damage with gray. He's not re-rolling that. He doesn't get any extra stones whatsoever. He's going into the reinforcement, but he was not. He's going for the second wave because he rolled that attack. And now he's basically going for another stone. And again, I guess in this case we are starting from left to right. Another player would most likely go for the black stone here, because right now it's a protected stone. But the rules as written are also relatively clear, so I think I will play it this way. We are not going for the colors rule first. You start bound to see, and when facing with choosing a color, he always chooses them in this order. This applies to choosing among cubes to place on a new fort, etc. He will always choose the option closest to the sea. This is closest to the sea. It is. Okay, yeah, that was, I guess, kind of okay, because this stone is still protected by this stone, so he will not be able to destroy the black stone unless he's getting rid of the white stone. Unless, again, he's rolling this, I think, what is it called, second wave symbol here. Okay, and then it's pretty much back to us. I can finally move a dude up there to the lighthouse outpost. Okay, when no ship is destroyed. And what am I going to do next? I mean, I could go for this. On the other hand, I could also now simply prep and attack him and hope for some good results out there and simply get stones. And for extra stones, I'm getting also some victory points here. This is, I guess, where we have to play the long game. So yeah, absolutely, we are going to attack him just for the cubes. Even only these cubes will give us some actual coins, but I'm not sure if I will win with coins actually. Yeah, let's see. That's terrible. This doesn't really help us in any way other than this one here. That's the only die. I think I will reroll those. That's my only reroll. So I have to announce a color now. I think I can. Oh, that's a good point. Can I announce a color that's not there? And I believe I have to. Oh, that's so bad. So I have to announce black. Yeah, That's what it is. So I cannot announce white now, for example, because it doesn't show. So I cannot get reinforcement. So I have to use this die now to destroy something. So I will go for this gray one here. Doesn't really matter. I'm not getting any stones out of this. Then his turn. He will also move this guy up. He's going to attack us again. I think I can leave the ship here. I keep removing it, and I think it also officially moves back at the start of your action phase or so, because when you, let's say you're attacking this fort, no other player can go to the same fort, which is kind of okay. So you cannot go for an easy prey. So in a multiplayer game or in a 3-player game, I think that's a pretty good rule actually. So let's roll that. Okay, and he has the same problems now. He cannot use this, he cannot use that. That much is clear. Then we are going for the leftmost space. He was going for this one here. And then we are going for the stone that is closest to the coins. And the coins right now are in this direction. So now I think he will go for the black stone, which is definitely beneficial for him. And then it's now really slowly but steadily going back and forth. So I will move the stone up here. I will continue my attack, I believe. But this is so boring, guys. This is so incredibly boring. But I know whatever I'm doing, I will lose this fort now. Again, if I would play this with an actual player, I would say, cool, that's really feeling tense now. But here, it's simply going back and forth. Again, I could now make a call. I could simply draw some cards, but for when I draw cards, I know this gets destroyed, and then I will not be able to play anything out there. On the other hand, I could simply say, let's build the next fort, and maybe I should do that actually. So I will do it like this, and I get to choose. I think we should really place it here to the right, just to keep things in order. I think so. I really think we should do that, because then I could really, because he will always go for the leftmost space, then he will attack. So I cannot place any of my cubes out there, but still okay, because this at least gives me the possibility later on to do stuff. Right? Or should I simply attack? No, come on, I attack. I have to attack. I have to attack. I need those stones just for the victory points. Okay, let's see about that. We are attacking. Right. Again, a pretty crappy roll. I think I want to hold on to this. Of course, with this I could destroy his ship, but it doesn't help me either. Yeah, those dudes go back, but again, those dudes I do not care about. I get one reroll, keep that in, and no, you must be kidding me. Again, I'm not getting any stones out of here, so this stone gets removed. Then we are moving another dude up here. Again, he doesn't have any cards to play. That's really a bummer. So he would have totally, if he would have drawn cards, for example, let's say as a bonus, he gets a card each round, for example, instead of me getting cards from him. Maybe he would be in much better shape, or would speed things up. Maybe it's also too difficult then. I don't know. But yeah, he's attacking us too. And it's not unlikely. He's going to destroy our fort now, unless he's rolling now 4 times this leadership symbol, which he doesn't. Oh, same thing applies. He cannot, for the first wave attack, he will, I don't know, announce black, for example. Then he will go for the second wave, because he has rolled this. With this, he will take out this one here. Those guys go back. And then, as of the next round, we will most likely, going to get some more stones. And now I really think, yeah, there is a way that I could get rid of those cubes. But next round, he will go for an open seas attack. Then he will most likely get some stones out of this. For those stones, he will then build also most likely a fort. Again, depends a little bit on how things go. Maybe I will get some stones out there, but he's really in the lead with 16 points versus 13 points. So I will accept my defeat now. This will go back and forth. And again, if I would play this alone, I would keep going. But I guess in this case, it's really also feeling a little bit pointless. And I will simply accept my defeat. Maybe I really missed something. I don't know. And then really playing the AI wrong, then I would totally, whatever, maybe even delete this video and would go for a second playthrough or so. Let me know if I really played this incredibly wrong or whatever point I'm missing here. but I truly feel now that this goes back and forth relatively. The problem really is he's not going to get some meaningful cards which could make things faster. Yeah, I could go back and forth, but again, at this point in time, at this pace, this could go over 10, 12 more rounds now back and forth. And then maybe he would be in the position where he would get the stones. Yes, in theory, I could also do the same thing and whatever, build my forts up. But for me, that feels a little bit too slow. I have to apologize. But I'm really looking forward to play this game in a multiplayer fashion with the family, most likely. And we'll see how things go. I'm pretty sure this works pretty well on the multiplayer mode. So I have no doubts, because then you're really making informed decisions. Yeah, there could also be some of those stalling rounds where things feel a little bit slowly, but again, as all the players then make some more meaningful decisions, I'm pretty sure that this will work out much better. Hope to see you soon in one of my other videos. Huge shout out to all of my patrons out there. Really do appreciate all your support, and again, hope to see you soon, and until then, bye bye.